painting today is called the Little Red Rooster. Hope you'll pick up a paintbrush and join right along. Let's get painting, y'all.
Our canvas today is an 8x10, and I'm going to be the long way with it. I'm going to start out with white, yellow deep, sky blue, and grass green. Got a number 18 bristle brush, and I'm going to pick up a lot more white than I am a little bit of the blue. And I'm going to start coming on here and just putting some color down. I'm going to pick up a little more blue up here at the top. You can do circular motions. I like to just go back and forth with mine. And then we can pick up some white. I'm actually going down about 3/4 of the way. So I'm just going to come down here and just go across. Nothing fancy. I'm just picking up white with the blue. And just a little white and some blue. And I'm still coming in here and just putting water down. You can have it as dark or as light as you want. I'm just picking up white now. Gotta let that dry to see if I'm going to have to come back in there and touch some spots up. Okay, I'm picking up my green, my grass green, and I'm going to start down here at the bottom. I'll pick up some yellow with my green, and I'm just going to come in here and put some different shades down. And it doesn't have to be straight. This is just our background. I think I'm going to pick up some of my green and yellow and just kind of tap some in here, just to make it look like some grasses. Just pick up some yellow, come right in here. I'm going to pick up a little white, just to have some light in here. And I know it makes a lot of noise. going to use a number 12 Filbert brush. I'm using the sky blue, so I'm okay with that. And I'm just going to come in here and start tapping in some trees in the background. And I'm coming off the sides because I want this to be some foliage. And I've got a little green mixing in there with that. It's perfectly fine because this is trees in the distance. It's just background noise. I like the green in there. So I'm just going to come back and tap a little more of the green and blue together because I think it's pretty. I'm using grass green and just tapping some of that in there with my foliage. Still using the blue, a little bit of green. Let's just bring some blue in here now. I'm going to just pick up a little bit of white with my green and my blue, and then we're just going to come in and see about tapping a little bit in spots just to give us a little highlight on some of these trees. Oops, I think I got too much that way. It's okay, we'll fix that. Pick up a little bit of blue and come in here and just tap some down. Alright, I like that. I'm going to have some black, and I'm going to put a little water with it just to make some ink. And I'm using my number 10/0 liner brush, and I'm just going to bring in a few little twigs, and I may have to come back in with a little more. If I think I got it too dark, I'll just come back in with a little more color. So I'm going to grab some of that blue and black together. There we go. And again, I'm just going to pick up my liner brush because I want to do just a little more tap, not my liner brush, my Filbert brush, a little more blue and green if I can get it. and just come in and tap a little bit over some of these branches a little bit. I like some, I just don't like a ton to show. Okay, so there's our trees in the background. But we're going to let this dry before we go to the next step. And I've got a piece of chalk. Okay, so this is middle ways. I'm going to come over here about, coming down about 1 inch. And then, so I'm here, this is middle ways, I'm over a 1/2 inch, and I came up 1 inch, and I just drawed me a line from that middle ways. From this line, I'm just coming over about 2.5 inches, and then I'm going to draw another line right here, and then we're going to make this go across. So there is what we're going to start off with. I'm going to use some gray, some white, and probably some black in this one. So, and I have a number 3 round brush. So I'm just going to pick up some gray, and I'm going to come in and just lay that down. I'm just going to fill this in. There's the start of our base coat. I'm just going to grab some black on my brush here, and I'm going to come out here and I'm going to try to line this out a little bit. We're going to bring in some Bristle color, so if we don't like this, it's no big deal. And then I'm going to come back in where that line should have been. I'm going to wipe off my brush from the black. I'm just going to pick up some white. And I'm going to just, I've got some yellow on my brush, so it doesn't really matter. And I'm just kind of laying that down to blend in with this gray and this black. Just to give us some, I'm going to pick up a little gray with this white here, because I would like this a little bit darker on this side. Let's bring in a little bit of black here, and we'll just put in some little lines to give us some different textures. So we're going to bring this down just a little bit, so we have somewhere for him to put his I can pick up the white here and bring this in. Well, we got white and gray. It's okay. I'm going to just smear that in a little bit more. I'm going to wipe my brush off. I'm going to pick up some more white. And come right up here on top. Let's pick up a little bit of our black and still come around. I want it to look like the top of a board. And that's our board now. So that needs to dry as well. Okay. So I've been trying to draw this out with chalk. Hopefully you can make it out. Alright. So I come up from my post here. I've come up about 1.5 inches. And I've just drawn me out an oval shape that comes to a point, sort of like an egg. Then see, I'm going to erase this so this will be easier to show you. I'm going to come from the tail part and I'm going to come down to about right, just a little, about 3/4 of an inch from the post, and I'm going to put me like a little, 2 little humps, like a little W there. From my top, I've come over, I'm about in line with my up here. If you want to make it a little bigger or smaller, that's you, but I drawed me a circle here that comes, it's probably about 1 inch wide and 3/4 inch tall. And then I just put me a little beak. We'll worry about that as we're painting. And then I put his little crown on his head, whatever it is. And then I'm going to put his little wobble down here. And then we'll worry about his feathers. I just brought this, I come off his head and I brought this down his body. And then I come from this circle and brought it down to here. So that is my rooster. Okay, I'm going to come in here with my little round brush, my number 3. And I'm going to put some, I'm going to paint his, this part down here black, and in here I'm going to do that black, but right now give his body a black color. Excuse me. I'm going to come in here and I'm going to start putting on some tail feathers, and I'm just going to bring them up as high as I want them. Mine's going to go off of the canvas because we don't have it so much room, and this is just some fill-ins right now. I want him to look, I want him to be pretty. We're going to bring more colors in. Alright, I'm going to use a little bit of my sky blue and see if I can come in here now and just put some blue in here. Don't want to kill it too much, and just want to give it that blue tint. And we can always come back and add more. And then I'm going to put a few of the blue tail feathers in here. We can always bring more black, we can bring more white in, we can bring some whatever colors we want in. Bring some more of this blue in because I like the black and blue. Bring some black in here and come across. No, I'm good with this. Okay, so we have some blue on his body as well. So he's got his tail feathers as well. A lot of times our tail feathers is bigger than they are. Alright, so we have some yellow deep and some permanent red on my palette now. I'm still using my number 3 brush because I just like that. I'm going to pick up my yellow and I'm going to come in here around his head and I'm going to start laying that down. And I'm probably going to have to put on more than one coat because, as you can see, it's actually I think I'm going to put in some white. And then we can always come back because it's transparent. And we want this to not be see-through. And that way I can always come and put some more back on him. Okay, I don't know all the names of what they call these chickens as for body parts, but I do know we're going to put a beak on right here. And we're going to use white again because it's not coming through. There we go. So we've got his beak. And I'm going to bring, well, I'll bring this white in with this. And I'm not going to make it smooth. I'm going to try to make it come down some. I'm going to have to let the black dry before I can keep on. So while that's drying, I'm going to bring in some more white because unfortunately it's hard to, it's transparent. So I'm going to bring in some white right up here. It's got the yellow on it, doesn't matter. Here's part of his comb. So it can be drying. that part. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and use this brush. I'm going to pick up white and I'm going to bring down his legs. And we're going to give him some spurs. And then we're going to paint him a different color. We'll make him have some big spurs. I have a rooster and he has big spurs. Okay, that's just the basic, and I'm going to use a smaller brush, but that gets us started. So that's what our rooster is looking like so far. I'm coming in here just to paint this white. This is the little saddle on it with its feathers. And then we're going to put some more right in here. I'm just going to come in and do some because this is going to be some more feathers. And I'm just trying to get the white down because the red's so transparent and that blue wouldn't. I'm going to come back in with some black and blue at this time and work on my tail feathers. So I've got the sky blue and the black. I'm going to just, using my 3 round brush, I'm just going to come in and start bringing in some more little feathers. Some of these down now. Alright, and I'm just going to bring up my still using my black. Just bring in some I just made it grow a little bit. It's okay, we'll bring it down around a little bit like that. I'm going to bring these down like this. I'm going to pick up some just some blue and just bring in a little bit more in here. I don't want to go crazy. I want some bigger spots, but I want it sort of like that. That's all I'm asking for. Okay. Alright, I have my my yellow medium. I'm just going to put in my beak. We'll come back and do some more with that, but I'm just going to go ahead and put my yellow around here over that white. So I'm going to be picking up some, I have some white, the yellow. I'm actually going to add some golden yellow to this as well, which is yellow ochre, because I like having the different colored yellows. I'm going to be using, my colors that I'm going to be using at this point is my deep yellow, yellow ochre, permanent red, and crimson red, and maybe white. So I'm just going to pick up all these colors and start putting some on. And there's no certain order of putting them on. I'm just putting different colors on. Pick up a little white here and see. Oops, there we go. We'll worry about the eye later. I'm gonna pick up some red. That was permanent red, and it turned kind of pink, didn't it? It's okay. Just use some yellow here because that'll give us some more orangey colors. I like that color. I'm picking up a little bit of my crimson red to put in here. And just come back in here with some yellows. I don't want them all the same colors. I don't want to keep mixing till I mix my colors, is what I'm saying. Okay. I see some spots that still needs a little bit, so that's why I'm just gonna grab a little bit of black here, not much, because I want this kind of just to blend in. And I'm gonna wipe my brush off because I have a lot of paint on it. I'm gonna pick up just a little bit of blue and just, if that's too much, I'll come back in and wipe it off and we'll do some more. I'm going to pick up my crimson red and I'm going to come around here and paint this little thing. Now we're going to go ahead and do his cone while we're at it. I'm going to wipe my brush off because I still have a lot of paint on it, but I'm just going to come in and do some. There we go. I really like that. I do. But I'm not too crazy about the blue. So, make it kind of green with the yellow, but that's okay. Alright. Wipe my brush off. I'm not going to worry about washing it. I'm just going to pick up, and I'm going to come in here with this area because we're going to add more to this too. Little wing area. Let's go ahead and get this here while we're at it. I'm going to bring this up a little bit more in here. Alright, we're going to pick up, probably, I'm going to pick up I'm going to get my 10/0 liner brush. And I'm going to pick up my deep yellow and my yellow ochre. And I'm going to come in here and do his little legs. We're going to come back in with some claws in a little bit. Okay, I'm going to wipe my brush off. Oh, no, I'm not. I'm going to pick up. It just looks a little weird right here. Okay. We're curving this, or curving that around just a little bit. He's got some good spurs going on there. Alright, I'm going to wipe that off, and I'm going to grab just some white with a little bit of my yellow, medium yellow, and then we'll come in here and put him some. Better grab some more just white. Alright, let's see. So let's let them dry, and then we'll come back to those. Alright, I'm still going to use my liner brush. I'm going to grab some permanent red and some white together. And I'm going to come in here and put a little bit of some highlights in here. It's okay. Right, I'm going to use a little bit of my white and permanent red for my these these wings, and I'm just going to try to come in and put let me have to get some more white, just some in spots, and then we can bring in other reds. I don't want to kill all the red I got under there, but we're going to be picking up. I've got some permanent red now. We can just pick up different colors and make these wings. Look like wings. Okay. And then I'm going to do the same thing with this one. Use some of my white. We're just pulling some down. Okay, then we're going to pick up some more permanent red and crimson red. So I can just get some, and we'll come out some just to make it try to look like feathers. Alright, I'm going to bring some, wasn't thinking, but I need to bring some white in here. So I've got to get some more white. I need to let some of this dry. I'm going to come back in here with my permanent red and start doing some here. Whoops, that's right. A little bit too much water. Okay. Just my permanent red, and I can use some crimson too. Same way with up here. We just got some permanent red in here. Coming over this a little bit. I'm going to bring in some crimson red right in here, because I like the different tones of the colors together. And some permanent red just to come in here and kind of blend in a little bit. Okay, I'm going to wipe my brush off, and I'm going to pick up just, well, I gotta wash it. I got red in it, too much red in it. I'm gonna pick up a little bit of this dark red and come in here and just put a little bit of a hint of some of red and just a little spot right in here. And that gives us, he's just got some more life going on. We can just pull some of this around if we want to. I'm going to grab my black at this point. Now I'm going to come in here and try to make it look like just some little, I don't want it to be smooth. And we're just making like little textures of feathers. So it's very, won't be even. The feathers all look like feathers. Bring you down, let you see what I'm doing close up. Just got my little liner brush and I'm just very gently tapping. And that way we have ruffle feathers. Let's not ruffle his feathers. So I will tell you a little story. When I was a kid, I grew up on a farm. And my daddy had lots of chickens, not just a few like I have. Anyway, he had a rooster. That was a pretty mean rooster. And he would try to catch me outside. And he'd chase me. And this one particular, it was a Sunday afternoon. Went outside to go play. And the minute I stepped out the back door, this little feller come at me with his, and he had long spurs. I mean, long spurs. I started hollering. My daddy come out and to see what was wrong, and they ran him off. He ran him off, and I never saw him again. Daddy took care of him. He was a bad boy. Alright, so we've got those feathers ruffled. Let's come up here and I'm going to use some golden yellow here. And I'm going to just come right in here a little closer to this. And I'm going to put some golden yellow on this. These are just putting some little feathers, and I'm just again kind of ruffling his feathers here. We can use different colors. Just not keeping it straight line. Yeah. I'm going to wipe that off my brush and I'm going to pick up just some white. And I'm going to come in here and try to do some highlighting. I have to. I'll bring in some other colors if I get too crazy with my highlights. Okay, I'm going to also come around here a little bit just to do some highlighting on my comb. Let's go right in here. There we go. Okay. He's a rooster. I'm sorry. I took it out and forgot. I went in here with some highlights. With just a little white and put some highlights in here. Okay. He's a rooster with no eyeballs. Okay, I'm going to grab my number 3 brush again, and I'm going to pick up just white, and I'm going to come in here and try to just start laying down some different little feathers. And I may end up using some white and some black on this. And that'll make me a little bit of gray with it too. So, I'm okay with that. There we go. I like that. Actually, I painted this the wrong color. I wanted to get it more yellow in here, so I'm going to wash my brush, and I'm going to pick up some of my yellow and my two yellows, and I'm going to come in here and just start putting some, blend it in with the red. Come back in here a little bit. I'm going to pick up a little white with this and come in here. You may have to wait till that dries because that ends up making mud. So, yeah. I think that's what I'm going to have to do, is just wait and let it kind of dry there. I'm going to pick up a little bit of my yellows and just come back in here. And I really like the white with it, though, I'll be honest with you. I'm going to grab a little more white. Let's see if I can bring in some more white in here. Yeah. All right, I'm going to use where did it go? I'm going to use just a tad of my burnt sienna, and I mean, I'm ashamed to have to put any on the palette, but I'm going to use just a little bit. I'm going to grab my liner brush, and I'm going to just put a tiny little bit on here, and I want to come across his mouth, and I'm going to kind of separate his beak. Alright, I thought I was recording. I'll have to show you what I did. I came back in here with some red, and I put a little black dot, and then I put some red around his eye to start filling in his eye. And then I had brought some black in, and I wasn't happy with it, so I just bringing in a little of my different color reds, just to and I'll pick up a little white with that, just to put a little something else there. The more colors we have, the more realistic it'll look, hopefully. All right. I'm going to pick up my yellow here, and I'm going to start bringing, just tapping in some ruffled little feathers. Just not making it look smooth and just putting colors down. Alright, I'm going to bring some more yellow in here because I'm just not liking that color. And I got a good bit of paint on my brush here to help me try to get some of these different shades in here and get rid of some of that red, which looking at it, I really do like it. That little bit helped it. Let's go ahead and bring us some more feathers down. There we go. And then we're going to add some highlights to it, so we'll be good there. Okay. I want to put another coat of my golden yellow. I want to put another little coat of that on my legs because they just don't look very dark. Same thing. Okay. Let's put another coat here. I think he must be a little rooster because he looks like a little short rooster. I would have loved to have had it up there, but I wouldn't have had any tail, and I wanted the tail. I should have started him over here, but he's okay. I'm okay. All right, let's grab a little more of our two-tone yellows, and let's just bring some of our, there we go. We're just doing short little feathers here. That's all I'm doing. It's getting on my nerves. Oh. That's where we're bringing some of our feathers out. It's just a keep playing with it until you get what you like, and that's basically what I'm doing, is just playing with it till I get what I like. Alright, I'm going to wash my brush, and I'm going to pick up just some white, and I'm going to come in here and give him a little dot around his eye. Now if I can, I'm going to see if I can come around a little bit and just do some touching up. There we go. Yep, I like that eye. So I'm liking him pretty good right now. I'm going to pick up some more of my white. It's got some pink in it. It's okay. I'm not worried about it. Just trying to give a little lighter color in there. Just, all right. He does look awful short-legged, doesn't he? Okay, I'm going to pick up my number 3 round brush, but I'm also going to pick up some black, and I'm just going to come in here, and I want to get a few more little feathers coming out back here. Just to make it look a little more. I like feathers. I like for the feathers to come off. There we go. Okay. I'm going to pick up some white with my little brush here, and I'm going to tap some. Just tap a little bit on his, give him some dimension on his legs. I'm going to let this dry because at this point I can't add any highlights or anything without it just smearing. So I want to let it dry and look at it and see how I'm coming back. I'm going to pick up my number 3 round brush, And I'm going to pick up just some white. And I'm going to come in here and just put a little more. And pick up a little bit of my blue and come in here with some of this white. And I'm just putting a little blue in there. Wash my brush. I'm going to pick up my white with my small liner, and I'm just going to bring in a little bit of too much. There we go. A little bit lighter, and then we'll bring in some white, more white with that. Alright, I am going to use my small liner brush with just white, and I'm going to come in here and start just bringing in some multicolored little, not multicolored, small little feathers. We're just going to go crazy with them. Bring a little bit more around. I'm going to just pick up just a tiny little bit of blue just to give a little division in there on some of that, so it won't all be the same. Alright, that is my rooster. I'm going to pick up some black with a little bit of water. Try to make it thin. And I'm going to come right over here and I'm going to sign my name.
Thanks for watching. Y'all take care and God bless.